from the Swisscast Network.
You open your dashboard, and there are 47 metrics staring back at you. Website traffic, conversion rate, email open rate, social media engagement, customer acquisition cost, lifetime value, churn rate, revenue, profit, cash flow. All of them are important, but which ones matter the most? And what are you supposed to do with all of this? So you do what most founders do. You look at everything, you track everything, you analyze everything, and then you do nothing. Because more data doesn't mean more clarity. Sometimes it just means more overwhelm. In this episode, we're tracking the right number. I've spent 20 years helping impact founders build businesses at scale without the burnout. Every episode of this podcast is 5 to 8 minutes with just one tool or approach you can use this week. Welcome to This Is Harder Than I Want It to Be. I'm Linda van Egmond. Let's make it easier. Here's what I see happen all too often. Some of you are measuring everything. Every metric, every data point, building dashboards that would make a data scientist proud. But when I ask, so what are you going to do differently this week based on these numbers? It's usually met by silence because you're drowning in data. And when you're drowning, you can't move. And then there's the other extreme. You're measuring nothing, running the whole business on gut feeling. It feels like we're doing okay. I think sales are up. We're probably fine. Until you're not. Until cash runs out or until a client leaves and you realize you had no warning signs. The reality check. Both approaches will paralyze you. Too much data or no data, the same result. You're stuck. I work with a founder who had built this beautiful dashboard. Color-coded, automated, updated in real time, and she spent hours every week looking at it, analyzing trends, making notes. But nothing changed. Because she was tracking outcomes, things that had already happened, instead of tracking the inputs that she could actually influence. She was weighing herself 10 times a day, but never looking at what she was eating. Here's the thing about metrics. There are two types, lag indicators and lead indicators. Lag indicators tell you what already happened. Revenue, profit, customer count, project command. They're important. You need to know them. But you can't change them directly. They're the result of everything you did last week or last month. Then there are lead indicators. These tell you what's about to happen. The actions you're taking right now that will create the results later. And here's what most founders miss. Lead indicators are the only numbers you can actually influence. Think about it like this. You can't directly control your revenue this month. That's determined by the deals you closed last month, the clients you onboarded 2 months ago, and the marketing you did 3 months ago. But you can control how many sales calls you book this week, how many proposals you send, how many follow-ups you make. Those are lead indicators. They predict your revenue next month. So instead of staring at your revenue dashboard, hoping it goes up, track the activity that make your revenue go up. All right, so here's what you do. In step 1, obviously understand the difference. Lag indicators equal results, things like revenue, profit, and customer count. And lead indicators equal actions, things like calls made, proposals sent, and content published. You need both, but if you only track lag indicators, you're always looking backwards. So, in step 2, find your lead indicators. Ask yourself, what actions, if I did them consistently, would create the result I want? Some examples. If you want more revenue, the lag indicator would be monthly revenue, but the lead indicator is the number of discovery calls booked per week. If you want better customer retention, the lag indicator would be the churn rate. The lead indicator would be the number of check-in calls with existing clients. If you want more visibility, the lag indicator is website traffic. The lead indicator is the number of posts published per week. The pattern? Track the actions that create the outcome, not just the outcome itself. So, in step 3, you pick 2 lead indicators could track this month. Again, not 10, not 20, just 2. The ones that will have the biggest impact on your business right now, of course. And here's how you find them. Look at your biggest goal for the quarter. Let's say it's increase revenue by 20%. And now ask, what activity, if I did it consistently, would make that happen? Maybe it's send 5 proposals per week, or have 10 sales conversations per month, or publish 3 pieces of content per week that drive traffic to your offer. Pick the 2 activities that will move the needle most. Those are your lead indicators. And in step 4, you track them weekly. Every Monday or Friday, look at your 2 lead indicators from last week. Did you hit them? Yes or no? Not perfect? Not, I tried my best. Just, did you do the thing or not? If yes, great, keep going. If no, figure out why and what got in the way. And, of course, how do you fix it next week? You're not looking for more data. You're looking for clarity on what's to do next. Here's what I'd like you to remember. You can't control your results directly, but you can control your actions, and your actions create those results. So stop measuring everything and start measuring what moves. Pick 2 lead indicators, track them weekly, and watch what happens. Your dashboard gets simpler, your focus gets sharper, and your results, I promise they'll start to shift. Because you're not drowning in data anymore. You're making decisions based on what you can actually control. So what's that one action that if you did it consistently every week would change your business in 90 days? Think about it and then track it. Because the numbers that matter aren't the ones that tell you what happened. They're the ones that tell you what to do next. That's it for this episode. Check the show notes for ways to connect with me because we all know impact founding is much harder than we want it to be. I hope this makes it easier.
This podcast is a production of the Swisscast Network, amplifying English-speaking voices in, for, and about Switzerland. Learn more at swisscast.network.